outside the goal line. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
In his end zone, here's Locke. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stephens. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Cleveland offense ready to go. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there out of the running game.
When you see a big-time run to the outside, it always comes back to setting the edge, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and they were perfect at setting the edge there.
And the funny part is, both sides of the ball talk about it. The offense has to set the edge so you can get outside. The defense wants to set the edge to control things so they can kick the run back inside.
Offense wins there.
Offense won big.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
42 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's brought down after a very nice game.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Locke will try the sneak. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Locke's going to sneak it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Drew Lock, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. At their own 18-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Now to the air, Locke. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's Locke to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On play action, Locke. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. This is intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks,
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. Oh, it bowls over him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round? That's what I call a steal.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd and inches, Jackson. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. They set up the screen for Dobbins. They find some open field here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 23.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 25 on second down, Locke. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Locke. And that's to Mims, who makes a nice catch. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
On first down, Locke. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. Second and 10. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. For Drew Locke coming out of Missouri, the one thing that scouts they loved was his arm strength, and we see why there. McLaughlin for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Browns 28, Ravens 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Very short kick, taken right at the 20. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw again is Jackson. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Jackson will throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw again on second down. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Again, Jackson escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Clock now on first down. That's complete to John Ross. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Block working out of the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. James Prochet to return it, and he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
Throwing is Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball. The surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On third down, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. A big kick that time, 52 yards. offense. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Locke. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's in. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Hey, check back, Mike 6, Mike 6. Watch the slant. Mike 6.
Throwing now is Locke. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is caught. Touchdown, Browns. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. But for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
On 2nd and 7, Locke. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. 67 yards rushing for him now to this point. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Ravens' 44-yard line.
They look to throw. It's Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. Another shot for Bateman. This time he's got it. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Quick strikeout wide by Jackson. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Jackson now towards the end zone for Brown. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
28. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 15. Here's Locke to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Here's Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And now here's another interception. Picked off around the 37.
And the Ravens are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now it's Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
6-man. Check cross, check cross, check cross. Hey, check back, check back, back.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ross. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Block off of play action. Being chased out left. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Check back, focus defense, focus. 40's the mark. Squeeze. Check, 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 check.
Handoff comes to Chubb and fights through one man. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 74 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Justin Madubuike there to bring him down.
2nd and 10 at the Ravens 34-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Hey, check back, back six. Cut.
Now to the air, Locke. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are right back in this football game.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Now it's Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Here's Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. To throw is Jackson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to
This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Hey, check back, back 6, back 6. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. Right now, boys.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And he's in for a touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there.